and they've made it to the last 8 in different styles, but they've all made it. They can be proud of that. On the table right now is Ricky Trigoning as he takes his rest to put that black comfortably in that bottom right corner pocket. Ricky defeated Ahmed Hendricks 5-2 in his last 32 match, and then he went on to dispatch Johnny Sideretos 5-0 in his last 16 tie. He won 5-0, but the scoreline does not really signify how much effort he took to win that 5-0. It didn't come easy. It never came easy at all.
Right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's joined us on 360 Sport. I'm here commentating from the television van, and I'll be doing the commentary on feature table with Fahmy Jassiem squaring up against Fakhrie Gierdien. Allison will be commentating on the second table. Dave Lomez versus Ricky Trigoning. Welcome, guys. New experience for us. First time.
Exciting match on the cards.
We've been doing this sort of thing.
Exciting match on the cards. Both players very experienced, very experienced gentlemen, and it makes up for an exciting match.
Certainly looking good with his new Mark Selby gear, and well, he's hoping to put in a very good performance today. He has a very tough opponent in Fahmy Jassiem.
We see there Ricky Trigoning opting for safety. Not much that he could have done. It's going to be a safety battle as Dave Lomas is a highly experienced player who thrives on safety as well.
To just catch the red, but I think the slide of the cushion has caught him out. Pretty awesome in that arena.
Awesome red there to that bottom right corner.
I know Fakhrie Jassiem from.
I'm not too sure about his positional play. I don't think he'll be very happy with that.
Really great player.
Yeah, exciting times in South Africa for snooker. We haven't seen live snooker in about 30 years in South Africa, and this is life-changing for the players, for the fans, for the organizers as well. Many thanks, obviously, to 360 TV, Gold City Casino, Pro Snooker South Africa, Q Masters, United King Pool of Tables, and of course My Day Juices.
Definitely be very proud of where snooker is right now. This was a massive task to put out an event like this here. We counted at one stage, we had 53 people involved. That was excluding myself and the pro snooker main team. Beautiful shot there on the blue by Fakhrie. We know his spotting abilities, spotting capabilities. As Allison mentioned in his introduction, he's been the 2-time South African champion, and he's the current SA Classic champion. Immensely talented player. Obviously getting that shot wrong. Meant to slide past the black. Well, guys, you gotta excuse us commentating from this TV van. It's not as easy as I first thought it would be. Very complicated, but we are getting it all right now. I think we should be okay. Fakhrie is leading. No, it's actually behind by 2 points. Fakhrie Jassiem, very, very brave player. Been out of the scenes for a while. Glad for him to be back in the sport. Also, this little stand thing that blocks the score from us. The stand thing that is over the TV up that blocks the score from us. So we sit here, I think it counts the score and others. Well, I think that we had our commentary mixed up here. We have sorted it out, I think. Obviously, it's all a little bit confusing. I think the video feed has to be swapped around.
Because I don't know, they're hearing Cuban as I talk as well. So maybe what we should do is let's focus on one match. Because what they're hearing now is I'm commenting on one match and they can hear Cuban as well because we're next to each other. Unless if our screens
We should look at both screens and commentate on both matches as a team.
as
So
a
we'll
team,
switch and we'll just talk on
we
them.
can see both, but
Yeah.
when we're talking about the one table, we talk about the one table.
The names are fixed.
Yeah.
The only mess-up's been on this screen here. Sorry, that's mine's mostly. Because all the streams going live always had the correct scores and the correct table. Okay. It's just here that's been missed.
Yes.
So and when we were doing this and we were switching from one to the other, that's all that gets recorded. So the only difference here, these both matches are being recorded and streamed together, so nothing is lost.
Okay. And we can't talk on the other game.
Yeah. So in order to switch from one to the other, we go like what we did. Because if a big break is made, you can't go back. Here we're going to have the footage.
Okay.
Just try
It
this.
seems that we've finally sorted out the views on the screen and the commentary. So I am commentating on Dave Lomez versus Ricky Trigoni, and Ellison is commentating on Fakhrie Gierdien versus Fakhrie Jassiem. Not much points in this first frame. Yeah. Ricky.
Welcome back, folks. Apologies for that inconvenience.
I'll talk when I finish. I'll just give you thumbs up. When you talk, when you finish, give me thumbs up. So we don't clash with one another.
Apologies for that inconvenience, folks. We are back to the screens here. Fakhrie and Fahmy is what I'm going to be focusing on. It's going to be a tightly contested match. Both players are very attacking.
Well, Dave
Okay,
has
both
given
commentators, if you could please just hold on for me for 1 moment.
Dave has been given a good chance here by Ricky. We saw yesterday that Dave absolutely struggled.
Yes, so currently the score on the board is Fakhrie 36 and Fakhrie Gierdien 30. On the table right now is Fakhrie.
Dave moves up to 12 points. Not sure he has anything easy, but we know he's got a great safety game. He's going to clip the red here, send the white ball into the bulk, using the brown as cover for the reds on the left-hand side of the table. That's got it pretty close. It is going to be a bit challenging.
Foul 4 and a miss.
Right, guys.
So we have Fakhrie on the table. He just played a positional shot, which brings Fakhrie back to the table.
Right, back on live commentary again. And we get a few briefings from the television guy. Just remember, the amateur
It's
commentators
got a
never did this in the
clear line there to get the red in,
past. So this is kind of like our
1.
test run.
setting himself up for that black. I think he'll aim to go for maximum points as he's playing a very high scoring player in Fakhrie.
Dave Lomas versus Virgin
Oh, he's designed to go for the pink.
as won the SA Championship before.
So his plan is to go for that pink and then come down with the red. Seems to have overhit that a little bit, but it shouldn't pose much problems as he's probably going to use a rest for that or extend his queue.
He's now back. Remember, he's taken out the number 2 seed, David Anderson, which was a bit of a shock for most people. He's an excellent, excellent safety player. Employs a lot of safety play.
Fakhrie, a very experienced
Obviously, we
snooker
mentioned yesterday
player who has been out of the scene for a while,
players
and I had a brief chat with him.
and
couple of days ago, and I asked him why he has been away.
So paid at the moment.
But he said that
Vastly experienced player. Has
snooker had
played
just gone down.
played
But ever since now that he's seeing that there's a rise, things are going up
this type of
and up, he wants to
players
be
are this
involved
type of
again.
this type of
He's a
event
money player, so
life into
he will
something
play for money.
now start to
He's not the type of guy who plays for titles. He
propagate a
enjoys
little
to play
more.
for money. He's always played for money all his
All I can
life.
say is that
So he's got
conditions
the red
are
there
superb,
for the
but
center.
for him, he has not been used to these conditions.
So all red's gone on the table. So he's now on the colors with 55. With 55 points on the
Now
board, he's
he's trying to
poised to
do his
go
own.
all the way.
He is instructed not to turn cloth. Exactly the same cloth used in the professional circuit overseas.
So he just now has to clear
Players that have been used
the
to
table
cheating.
from yellow.
Also, would like to thank on the live stream Gold Reef City Casino for the wonderful involvement in the sport and wonderful
Safely deposits
closing.
the yellow in
Also,
the
like to thank
bulk left
congratulate
corner
Fakhrie
pocket.
becoming the official supplier, drink supplier for Pro Snooker. Also, like to thank all the players that participated here. Everybody is having a wonderful time. Everybody is enjoying and soaking up this atmosphere. What a beautiful arena it is.
He's been porting excellently from the start of the tournament, so that should not give any problems to him. And he fluffs his chances,
Fakhrie 17.
which obviously brings back the fireball to the table.
Witnessing
One of South Africa's best
fairly simple black.
porters of
Just
the
needs a
ball
little bit more shots to settle down.
obviously goes for safety.
Extension on one shot to be able to
He knows that a lot is at stake.
step one.
He would love to
Another
draw
one for
first
ladies
blood.
here on the cushion. Pockets are extremely, extremely tight.
I think we're going to see a safety battle for the next couple of hits. We're going to see a safety battle here.
Wow, Wiki making very easy
I
work of
think
the
he went for the
nicely
pot.
into black. And
He went for
takes
the
an
pot,
advantage in his frame
but slightly
to
missed
take
it.
points.
Fakhrie has a good side of the center there, or the bottom. I thought he would go for the center one, but I think he wanted to leave the white
Wanting to know
in a safe
where I'm
position.
sitting with Stevie Van. Seats are pretty comfortable. I think first time we've had comfortable seats this week. So I'm quite enjoying the experience. Pro Snooker is all about the experiences. And just to let the viewers
It's
know,
been a wonderful tournament
Pro
thus far.
Snooker has been designed
Oh
to
no,
breathe new life into
nicely aimed, but the pockets are
this
very unforgiving. They show no
get more
mercy.
involved, get more clubs involved,
We saw the way that
start a whole
that green
new
rattled the
trend in
pocket.
snooker. We're getting to that point where it is starting to happen, and we're starting to see wonderful engagements on
It's
Facebook.
been a good tournament. We've seen some big scalps being claimed, the likes of David Anderson.
Speak to your favorite players,
The likes of David Anderson, number two
and
seed, got knocked out by experienced
watch
Dave
all of the
Lomas
interviews, some of the
yesterday.
interviews there.
We also saw how Rafik Lambada
A little bit of a
took
pulse check to
out
see if Dave
one of the tournament's
hoping to
favorites
get
in
past
Kiashan Mudli.
and I think
Kiashan
Dave
Mudli, who
is
had
a big fight for the
displayed
future.
some fine snooker in his first match against Orlando
Has
Pestana,
Fakhrie with a good chance at potting this long ball.
and
But
he
as
holds
far as
the current highest break
TV
of
feel,
108.
I mean, I don't think there's a single player in this tournament that has ever experienced this type of
Speaking
condition
to
like
Fahmy
Dave has
yesterday,
experienced.
I asked him
Live
any
TV
prospects
camera
of a highest
in full
break or high
stream
break. He said
is
that
one would be
he
live
just
streaming
plays
in
to put
full
the points on the board,
IT cameras.
and whether he
This is the
takes
way
2 points, 3 points,
this
he
is
all he wants to do is put
the
points
TV equipment
on the board.
can be a little bit intimidating, but you just gonna have to get over it and play. I always say to people, there is no time for
Bit of a safety battle from both
Again,
players,
but he will be
obviously not wanting to give anything away.
that gives that ball up. Fakhrie with that excellent opportunity to wrap up his first frame. I think Ricky has to take this opportunity.
Fahmy on 57 and Fakhrie on 33. Safely deposited, taking him to 61.
From pole position shot there by Ricky, curving straight to the ground.
Yeah, I must say Fahmy came in as a dark horse in this tournament
It's still perfectly on the yellow, but there is a fair bit of distance.
in comparison to the men that he's playing against,
Early
who
in the
happens to be
match.
number 3 seed.
Nerves are still jangling about. He has a 22-point lead. Has to take out the rest. This is compounded difficulty now in the shot.
Okay, Fahmy.
Okay, that is definitely frame for Fahmy. So he pulls or he draws first blood. Fakhrie is a very experienced player who will not be phased by being one behind. He had a very tough match against the experienced Monir Jassiem last night. And by all means, he was lucky to survive that onslaught. He went on to win 5-2 if I'm not mistaken. But the score does not reflect what was happening in the game. So we have Tricky Jafta, the referee, wrecking the balls. The officiating has been very good, has been excellent. The refereeing team, led by Andre Dutoy, has done exceptionally well. We haven't been short of drama. Last night or yesterday, last night we witnessed a great comeback. Rafik Lambada staged a big comeback. When he was 4-0 down to catch up with Kyashan Mutli and
Getting a few more instructions
get himself ahead.
from the television crew. This is kind of like a rehearsal for us. Obviously, we didn't have to do a rehearsal live. It's huge level of experience.
Yes, myself and my partner, we've been thrown in the deep end. We've been thrown in the deep end.
I feel the same. I tell you,
Very overwhelming, but we will definitely make sure that we do our best.
350. 5 minutes break.
television audiences, live stream audiences, really, really great. Spoke to Jassiem North last night. He was extremely excited of what he's seeing happen, and I think he's
So
more excited
Fahmy on the break.
Rafik Lambada make an immense comeback after being 4-0 down against one of the best players in the country, Kyashan Mutli, current South African champion. And Rafik saw that match through. He was really excited by that. Right, we're about to get the second frame on the way. What a marvelous arena we have put together. If you're not a snooker lover, just seeing this venue will make you start loving snooker. earlier in the first frame we had a few technical glitches. My commentary was going through to the wrong game. Remember, it's early in the morning. We did not have much time to prepare last night because the match was finished quite late. So, I'm not sure what the hold up is between the two referees on the table. Probably some sort of
Excellent play from
to be reviewed.
Mr. Jassiem there,
These are the problems that I experienced in my
porting the blue, going for 5 points. He's gonna look to deposit the red in the back left corner pocket. Very confident player, but he fluffs that. And saved by the bell. He could have just created a foul there. The players looking lovely. Fakhrie looking top notch in that grey suit of his, grey waistcoat and pants.
We do apologize for the delay. TV is being rebooted up.
As they always say, safety
We are
first.
using as
Fakhrie goes for safety.
scoreboard.
Fahmy, a very fearless player. Very fearless player.
All right. Allison had to leave the booth to get the TV sorted out. Kashin has assisted, and we back on the screen. And Allison will be joining you shortly on the commentary again, while I switch over to the next table. Right, frame two. Right, frame two. Is off. They will be looking to play hard this match and level up.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I had to rush and assist with sorting out one of the TV screens that had fallen off.
Referee call a
But
foul
we are
pass.
back to normal.
For those of you new to snooker,
We've had one, two glitches, folks, like I told you earlier on. It's just one, two teething problems, but going forward, I think we'll be okay.
take the miss.
We seem to have got all our ducks in a row.
Have to have another go. When snookers are required, the referee may not call a miss. So those are the basic rules. Dave getting a very good safety shot there. I think
Fakhrie on the table, having
made a
deposited
mistake.
a red. He moves on to a color, and the color of choice is blue. Which will, of course, take him to 6 points.
Sometimes you see the wrong decisions. He should have not taken a miss. They could have put him to trouble, but Dave, you could see the capabilities of Dave. He's under pressure to hit this red.
Good opportunity for him to
It's safe.
put a couple of points on the board. It's going to be very vital for him to
Left the ball on
get a
now.
couple of points, as is in a quest to obviously level the frame scores.
type of shot that Dave is going to be playing.
You don't want to find yourself way behind a player of Fahmy's nature.
Dave should swing off two cushions, land the white ball somewhere near the brown or behind the yellow in this case, and he's starting to find his rhythm, and he's starting to find the length that the ball needs to be played on. So this is going to be quite dangerous for Ricky. Not good signs, because always as a player you tend to look at signs in your opponent to see to get a little bit of feedback to see how your opponent is feeling and sussing out. And you can see Dave is starting to strike the ball very good, finding those awkward places in which to put the white in. As you can see, white ball going behind the green here, and
As you can see on the background there, I would like to thank the official drink supplier for Pro Snooker, My Day Juices. This is what the players and the fans have been having.
pot to corner pocket, which he should be able to get. Also see some questions coming through.
I think Fahmy's intention was to connect with the other red that's close to the pocket there, which didn't work out.
Because he has medical condition. Why does the doctor certificate?
Excellent ports by Fakhrie there
He was given the concession. So he's
to set him up for the blue in the center. Excellent positional play.
exempt from wearing the yellow tie. So it's not unfair treatment. It is medical condition. The keeper saying a straightforward yellow to the pocket. He fully expected him to get it, and he looked confident in doing it.
Remember, every match is allocated 210 minutes to be completed. And yesterday we saw a couple of matches that had to be decided on time. So how it works is if you are tied at the same frame scores, then the current points gets to stand. And whoever's got the highest points at that point in time is the one who goes through. That is how Fahmy defeated Rousseau yesterday. They were tied 3-all, and the scores were 18. I think Mikey had 18 and Fahmy had 17. He went on to pot in the last second of that match, and he went on to win 19-18 in terms of points. So 3-all in frames and 19-18 in terms of frames. So it was a case of Sonia yet so far for Michael Rousseau, but Fahmy would take that any day.
Disturb a few reds, right? Pushing the red near the corner pocket. It is next red is an easier shot, but he has to bridge over the pack of reds. So it's going to be adding to a little bit degree of difficulty. Ricky has a 10-point lead. This way you can all see the scores at the bottom of the screen. I have no idea what the viewership is. What the views of the live stream are showing. I think it's going to be pretty high. Everyone around the country involved.
Fahmy should be careful not to
Very, very, very
open the table for Fakhrie like he's doing.
what they've been read. What they've been seeing. Right. Ricky's deposited that red. Should be able
Wasn't much options for Fakhrie, so he opted to play safely.
to negotiate a safe cannon and continue with his break. Has a nice pot of red. Put a few more reds in possible position.
Game is still very much open. Lots of reds still on the table.
Just have to keep control of the cue ball, keep it all nice and tight,
Fahmy obviously
stay
trying
between
to
the
work
sides of
this
the
out.
table, maybe going into the pack of reds,
If it was
ins and outs,
pull, would
and
probably hear people saying, work it out. But
red it.
we don't do that in snooker.
He could have caught that pack slightly
Overcut
far wide,
that,
and
not
left it
knowing if
on
it
the
was
table,
on purpose
which would have
or
been a very, very dangerous
more
hit.
safety oriented.
So Ricky getting a bit run of the balls. These microphones on this TV stream is so sensitive that you almost have to whisper in them. Well, they've been restricted there to be a safety shot. Good piece of ball run.
Fakhrie, a very smart
Ricky,
player
held his hand
who
on the
was
ball here.
obviously trying to make Fahmy open up the game. And once he opens it, he'll come striking. We saw him defeating Nathan Ruping from Pumalanga 5-0 in the first match. It didn't give him a chance. It didn't give him
Nothing, putting 2 foot
anything to
on the
do.
board.
You know, one of those games where you lose,
Safe.
but
Ricky
you've done nothing wrong basically. You just played a very good player.
has to find something
Unfortunately, when it comes to
make
snooker,
Fakhrie,
it's out of your hands when your opponent is on the table.
not having it his own way at the moment. Good safety shot by Ricky, introducing a mistake by Dave. Now Dave's
Not quite happening at the moment
a little bit of
for
good
both
form,
players.
playing a horrific safety shot, and managed to get everything safe. So Ricky is going to be now looking at probably just playing only a safety. There is no attacking shot available here, not anything without any degree of danger. Well, there's one for flamboyant doesn't nicely positioned on the black. That was
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're enjoying the live action coming from Gold Reef City, right here in Johannesburg. Probably brought to you by Gold Reef City Casino and Pro Snooker. Many sponsors involved in the success
black
of this event.
on a really pocket
The likes of Gold Reef City themselves for providing a world-class arena called the Bullion Room. There's a lot of Q sport activity that's been happening in the Bullion Room. I'm going to suggest to them that they change it to Billiards Room
degree of confidence. Started the tournament, not really jumped out
because
to
there's a
it,
lot of billiards that are happening in this
but having a good hit
particular
like
room.
Johnny Sedorotis, giving him a bit of confidence. 16.
Excellent cut from Fakhrie there.
One.
Doesn't look happy with the shot.
He's very comfortable with long range shots.
5-point lead.
He's going to go for the brown. He's having two thoughts, but anyway, he's going for it.
Definitely
More of a safety shot than anything.
shot here now. Want to keep Dave really tight. Keep the pressure on. Keep getting Dave to
The scoreline
make mistakes.
ticking slowly but surely.
That's the correct way to place
I
it.
think Fakhrie was attempting a snooker but didn't come right with it. Fahmy can see that ball. Still a lot of options on the table in any case. Good play from Fahmy, leaving the whites on the cushion.
His ability to play safety is pretty good. So charged his arm at a red. Lot of good fortune on that shot.
Fahmy, Jassiem, a very exciting player, um, 52 years old from Cape Town. He's got 6 children. I can tell you now that those children do a good job supporting their dad. In the streams on Facebook, they were all over supporting, and I'm pretty sure they're watching right now as he pots that red excellently to that bulk right corner pocket. Bit of a wild attempt there. You always have to remember that these pockets don't have friends with anyone. They are very tight, absolutely tight. Fahmy definitely has an opportunity to put some points on the board here. Too much power unnecessarily on that shot. The cloth is very fast, struck in 10. G5 balls. You got to you got to take it easy on the arm. Very disappointing there from Fakhrie. I would have fancied him to safely deposit that in, and brings back Fahmy on the table, the gentleman from Cape Town who plays his snooker from Narren's Snooker Club. We also the speed of the cloth there. He lost control of it. Fortunately, he's got good angle on the pink. Just push it in. Not very good control or positional play for the white. I think he'll be just left with an option of playing for safety.
Seven.
Fakhrie leave for such balls. His cutting skills are exceptional. It was always obvious that he was going to go for a snooker there. Not a very difficult snooker to come out of, considering that there's still a couple of raids on the table.
Trial 4, miss.
watching Chris could foul there. It's pretty close to goal.
All right, I think they'll call. He's not gonna call for a foul and miss.
Frame here.
1.
I think he's got Fahmy where he wanted him.
Start his head.
The pink in the center, pushing himself for the red in that left center pocket as well.
7.
Just to give you a quick update on what's happening on the table. Jassiem leads
8.
1 frame to 0.
Excellently done. Moving him to 32. It's got the pink in the bottom right corner pocket. These are routine shots for a player like Fakhrie.
14.
There's a simple red in the bottom left corner pocket. Which should see him land in good positions for the pink. Bottom right corner pocket as well. Excellent position of play. Drop dead on the red.
21. 22.
Nice angle on the black. What's next for him is to,
For the younger players that has come through here and played
with one red left on the table, I'm sure he'll go for a safety shot more than trying to pot it.
gonna see
Would be folly of him to do that.
younger players inspired by what they've seen.
Fakhrie 29.
They keep us in that ball.
He's left it in a very good position. He's safe
Really hopes to find the frame. Just
at 53 points.
get a few shots, get his cue.
He's on his way to
Nothing wrong with this.
draw an equalizer in terms of frames.
Within his rights to do this here.
We haven't seen oh no. I think Fahmy just burnt himself there.
61 points.
Open check, middle right center pocket for Fakhrie. Left it open for him. He goes on to the blue, obviously. So he's down to colors. Yellow,
8.
excellent positioning to go down with the green. He'll nudge it, slide cut, and set himself for the brown. Overhit it. He overrun it, so all he can do is safety.
Fakhrie 11.
And he's left it in good positioning. There is no need to get Fahmy back on the table. So in this quarterfinal between Fakhrie and Fahmy, it's one apiece.
Obviously, this is a bit of tactics now being employed by Dave.
Very good experience for Triki Jafta, who happens to be a black ball referee, and she got an opportunity to be a part of such a prestigious event. I believe this is her first snooker gig that she's done. Herself and a couple of other referees that are part of this, but they've done exceptionally well under the guidance and leadership of Andre Detroit, of course. It's been a lovely tournament. We have seen the president of SABSA, Farad James, coming through a couple of times, enjoying action, coming to the commentary room, having a good old chat with us, buying us dinner as well on one of the days.
I will not encourage any
Much appreciated. It's been a jam-packed couple of days with action starting from 8 in the morning and going as late as 10:30 at night. So for some of us, we have lived in the commentary booth.
this type of thing doesn't work well. It just gives you a moment, short bit of irritation, but it gets over that irritation and definitely goes on to win. So there you are, experience can make a lot of these players. 47 points behind, 37 on the table, and Ricky snookered, and Nell missing. Dave earns himself another 4 points.
Definitely a change to what we're used to. I'm used to commentating with my partner, Cuban Mudley,
A frustrating tactic seems to be
but now
needs to be safe again.
things have changed. We are covering commentary for both games that are running at the moment. He's next to me, but he's dealing with one table and I'm dealing with the other table.
Fakhrie
Nicely rolled in.
piece
That's
there.
delicately done.
Very, very interesting
You need to understand this table. You need to understand the way it runs.
table number 2.
Using the best bowls, obviously. Um, the very best of equipment is being used here. Strike and 10. G5 bowls. The tables are second to none in terms of quality.
And there's some piece of luck.
And we have the best head ref
I think if
in the country and possibly in the continent under Detroit. In the other game that's happening, just to give you an update, Ricky Trigoning leads 1 frame to 0, but he's en route to getting his second frame. He's poised definitely. He's sitting on 71 points against 28 against the champ, Dave Lomas. Back to our table, we are level on terms at the moment, 1 apiece. Fakhrie sitting with 8 points to 1, with Fahmy on a color ball right now, aiming for the blue. And he sweetly pots it, safely deposited there.
Dave trying to play another tricky snooker. Can't tell you that that's not more incorrect. Leave it for the referees to sort it out. I think they're interested now. This scoring is Ricky won 67, 24. Also Ricky likes to make show of questionably basic thing. Showing that he's correct.
Not sure why we have a pause to the game.
I'm afraid for things
Okay, Fakhrie back to the table. Fakhrie, you see him chalking his stick there. He uses a Tium Pyro for his cue. Highest break 141. Haven't seen a sizable
41
break from him in this event. We're still looking forward to it. Remember, folks, there's a 4,000 rand incentive for the highest break point over a century, of course. Currently being held by Kiashan Mudli. So even though he's been knocked out of the tournament, if no one else beats the 108 break that he did, then he stands to pocket an extra 4,000 rand in addition to what he has already.
5 minutes ago.
So exciting times.
The difference is 35. The left table is a not possible 35. Dave with a clear mistake.
The red down the cushion
Time on
is
top of the frame.
the best option that Fahmy has here. Though he needs to
Get one more set.
take his time with that shot because it's not the easiest of shots either.
Because he obviously feels that he has the ability to get this.
I'm not too sure if I jinxed him. Some people will say competitor's curse, but he needed to do it gently. There was too much force, too much power in that shot.
He's in a spot of bother because can be called a bus, which Dave is not going to take. Can I show you that? And there's lefty free ball.
Safety all the way.
It's a very, very interesting frame. Very unusual frame. You don't see much of this here. Dave is an experienced player. Probably noticed that Ricky is quite weak on the sneakers. I'm pretty sure he would have not attempted this kind of thing against the Sean Young or someone that's playing that caliber that
He's going to attempt to go to the bulk right corner pocket.
got all of one sneaker.
Fairly an easy shot for a player of his caliber.
Difference is only 30.
Rattles the pocket. Both players being careful, trading carefully, making sure that they don't give away anything. Fahmy's highest break point is 132. We wait to see if he can replicate that in this event. Nicely down then, nicely down to the middle, to the center pocket. Put that safety deposit that black inside, but I'm not too sure about the positional play of the white there. Could connect the two reds and push the one or not. Safety. Snooker is all about safety, I suppose, and waiting for the right opportunities to strike. The safety battle continues. Fakhrie will not want to be the one to split that small pack of reds.
Quite pissed off. Quite angry with him.
See the referee having a look to see if the white and red are kissing.
Definitely no shot to the green here.
They don't seem to be.
Safety.
He's obviously also going to go for more safety.
Sorry, this green. When he doesn't do it, he puts it up against the pink. Experience showing there. Not sure that that ball is on, but not even sure that he should be attempting it. But he definitely doesn't have any opening the pink as well. So might have a go at the share. Had a go well tapped by safety.
Fakhrie having a lot to think about.
The greatest safety in the world.
This is not his type of game, and he knows that he needs to start playing his type of game. His type of game is attack.
Dave leads with the pink ball. It's on the table. Excellent cutback shot played by Dave. Dave showing his experience, showing that he is a battler, he is a fighter. Playing the ball should make it really, really, really difficult for them. Making this, as I said, to get composed again. Don't let what is happening on the table here right now annoy you. Stick to your guns.
One.
Bring that ball very close to the corner. I don't think you're going to see Dave do anything else except playing for the counter to the counter value. Obviously, front with one danger. As a famous this year, definitely putting yourself in a position to lose the frame that you work so hard to get back in.
Three.
Reds spread all over the table now.
Four.
Ideal opportunity for Fahmy to run with this.
I don't know if his experience come through here. Experience shots. Overcut it. Played it a lot harder.
Overrun that white. Shouldn't have hit it that hard.
Opportunity to wrap this frame up.
I'd have fancied him to try and stay
Ricky leaves his bomb
in the middle of the table there. That's where it's all happening.
always hard work. Got down the green. If Ricky pots his ball in. Ricky did leave in with a very difficult shot.
Fakhrie. Nine.
So the ground will be very delighted now that ground ball has been deposited. He's got a 21-point lead in this frame. And definitely back to favorite.
This is still a very open frame, which can still go either way.
That frame that Dave Gomez wins this frame will highly, highly irritate Ricky. So Dave cleverly realizing the importance of the frame. And I don't know if our club players would say, oh, well, I saw Dave win 5 slippers. And the big difference is he got the 5 slippers. And he was late.
Seven.
He came out almost in a snookered position almost every time he got in. Now,
Eight.
what does Dave do here? I think ideally 20.1 points difference, 18 on the table. Ideally, we want to pop this blue. Chairman has conceded a frame. We will show the commentary.
I didn't expect that miss from Fakhrie there. Those are normally his routine shots. Doesn't think twice about putting those. But you never know, the stage is very high. There's a lot at stake. I think this match is going to go down to the wire because they seem to be matching each other eye to eye, toe to toe.
Right. Nine.
Fancy doubling there by Fahmy, putting that red in that middle corner, middle pocket. Followed up by the black. It's got choices for the reds. Taking him to 45. These guys haven't built up any sizable breaks so far. They're playing a very conservative game. Very wary of each other.
17.
Take the blue down. Excellent white positioning there. Excellently done. Goes up to 51. Excellent positional play. He's going for maximum points with the black. He's on a 23 break. That's unconventional. How do you miss such straight shots when you've got intentions of knocking the number 3 seed out? You get punished for such. You get to rue these opportunities. They only come once. He's in good position for that last raid on the table. He's trailing by 23 points. He's going to cut that deficit.
4.
Down to the colors. Going to go back. Crisp cut of the black to the center.
11.
Here we go with the yellow.
13.
Opts to go for safety. Just being careful. I would have fancied him to go for that shot. I think clever play from Fakhrie, forcing Fahmy to play like that.
3.
And he walks into the trap. Not too sure if Fahmy was going for that shot or he was trying to be safe as well. But he definitely gave it away. Hasn't been quite clinical this morning, Fakhrie.
3,
Early morning match, so maybe takes time to warm up and get going.
Selector is 55 years old and under-hitting that. Quite a break margin. Definitely disappointed in that fact. Taking the opportunity right back. I think he must take this opportunity and score as many points as he can. Apply the pressure, make him pay for the mistake. Okay, having no thoughts.
What a fluke by Fakhrie, but it comes at a time when it's needed, and he'll take that any day. Excellent doubling there of the blue.
Still has a shot at the green, but
And it's definitely frame Fakhrie
don't see too much of
if he gets this black in. That was obvious.
not a very decent blue ball to
So frame number 2 for Fakhrie.
this cube now. Get back into prime position.
Frame number 2 for Fakhrie.
Points together.
I can see him taking a bathroom break. We'll be back with you shortly, folks.
For the folks that just joined us on this live broadcast, this is our GRC for live TV. Thoroughly enjoying the experience. I hope you are as well. Getting a bit feedback from missing Black. Dave Ying. Dave is a tall guy, but he's going to need some of the furniture. Right, Dave safely deposited the black. Not getting an entirely good positional shot. I think he's still feeling his way in this match, but
Dave,
he's into the match now. He should have been settled down. Always putting some good safety shots. He has that flicky on the shot. Okay, he's gonna take this ball on into the corner pocket, start off the cushion, play on the black. Is actually a bit snatchy at the moment as it's very settled. And Dave will be seeing all these signs and taking encouragement.
So we're back to the table. Fahmy to get us underway.
Foul 4.
The white drops straight away, awarding Fakhrie 4 points.
That's a loose position shot and a lot of room to go in and out of ball. Not taking that chance that he was gifted. Quick update on the other table. Fakhrie is now leading 2-1. Ricky is limited to safety shot. He leads frame 20.
Fahmy separating the reds, splitting that pack, leaving them open, not overly exposing himself, obviously.
They've played these shots in a very clever manner, protecting that cue ball, not leaving it easy for Ricky. Ricky,
The white
they play the snooker.
very close to the brown. I think he's going to look for
Play safety when safety is required. Beautiful passes is required. Attempting to lay a snooker there. Coming very close to the snooker. David Dean caught the table. Not sure he could get to those reds in the middle of the table. Probably going to try and, if he can, try and cut one. Into the corner pocket.
As we can all see that Fakhrie is leading 2-1 in terms of frames. It was very vital for Fahmy to
Consider a dump shot.
obviously
Cue ball rolls
catch up.
off, foul at pass. Sure.
You don't want to be 2
Ricky will
frames behind.
this. There's no real advantage. Dave's thinking that
It's definitely going to go for
rolled off
safety. Try to snooker.
quite a big distance.
Passing 1.
A failed attempt for a snooker there.
Getting involved, making sure that the cue ball is placed in the correct spot.
Didn't give away much though in the process.
That Dave will rectify that. And play the shot, play the dump shot again. And pretty okay result for where he was. Pretty okay result. So I'm not sure whether he just mistimed that ball and the ball rolled off. Because this one seemed to go almost exactly where he wanted to go, making adjustments. Not sure what went wrong there. Ricky applying the pressure with more safety.
Just getting a correction that the balls that we are using are not G5. It's actually 1G.
So
We learn every day, just as we are learning to broadcast live on TV as well. I always say if you want to grow in life, you must be ready to learn something new every day, and you can learn something from even a small child.
excellent safety shot there by Dave.
7.
Sorry, by Ricky.
Fahmy almost running that white into the center pocket.
Definitely.
He needs to be careful with the run of the ball. He's already given Fakhrie 4 points from a foul.
Dave attempting a shot into the corner pocket. And
Excellent shot
confident.
to that center, splitting
Up.
the reds
But
into good positions.
nothing easy. I think at this stage of the tournament, it's not really easy. So
30.
Ricky will be taking the red. Well, pushing more
Goes for the brown in that left back pocket.
This is not the kind of shit that we want to see, but he's a Christian that didn't expect this to go down to
17.
Fahmy saying in one of the interviews that I had with him that his family is very supportive. They support each other. No wonder they've been following all his um,
18.
play and all his tournaments that he's gone to. They offer a lot of support to him because he does the same for them as well when they do whatever they do. So it's good to have family that backs you up, gives you the courage to carry on. He's striking the ball sweetly,
has recognized something here, and
overrunning the white a bit, but he still has a good chance with the rest to get into the bottom right corner.
shots. And for some reason, I don't know why, he's definitely been playing really good. He's 2-0 up in front. He should be playing far more confident.
You need to make sure with his pockets, you just need to make sure
He's not.
they punish you. He's been a victim of rattling the pocket a number of times.
Cue ball overrun a little bit, but he does have a ball into the corner pocket. I think very reluctant to
Hands over the reins to Fakhrie, who takes them with both hands. He'll definitely go for that black in the lower black corner pocket. Set himself up. I don't know if that's what he wanted with his white, but he seems to have good position for the red in the near corner pocket.
not demonstrating any of those capabilities
Nine.
yet.
Excellent. White
He's going for the spot,
drop dead on the black.
potted in, put another red ball against the cushion, which would help his cause.
Sets himself up for the red in the bottom left corner pocket.
Extremely difficult pick. I don't think anyone will be able to take that one on under the circumstances.
17.
Goes back with the black. Definitely going for maximum points.
He has a great opportunity here now. Not too difficult here. Should be able to pop this red.
He opts for the pink instead. I think the idea is to move those reds around there.
He's definitely in the ascendancy again. But positional side of things, not great.
Definitely flying high.
I don't even think they're paying too much attention.
A very intelligent player.
It's very easy. They turn more to
So he was setting himself up for that pink again.
this is what these tournaments have been designed for. Is to give the players more match play, give them more confidence in these type of
When he plays like this, he's untouchable.
just look at the way he's playing it.
His cue action is a delight to watch.
Not the way a man is 2-0 up and 24, 26 points in front should be playing. He should have struck them far more confidently.
This is what Fahmy has to be careful of.
21.
When he gets down to
You give this man half a chance, he makes it 10.
enjoying this,
All this is from the red that he rattled in that bottom right corner. He's suffering the after effects right now.
between say making any favors here.
He's on a 38 break.
Once again, attempting safety shots.
Still has
Puts black
an opportunity to
and
add to that
even though Dave is
scoreboard.
2-0 down, he's gonna be the happy of the
And he does.
frames of him, obviously. So
Sits
he has
on the black.
definitely taking chances and scoring heavier than he is scoring
He has to make sure though.
to give Dave more to take advantage.
Goes to a 39 break.
A red, which was not by any stretch of the imagination.
Taking his points to 50
Played that race
and his break to a 46.
and
Definitely warmed up
That's a
now.
free shot. He can almost take any
These are
ball
the
on
shots that entertain
without
us,
any
that
negative,
entertain you viewers at home.
but definitely a lot of negative side creeping into the game.
When he plays like this, it's like you're
He's
watching
not even taking
a
a shot
PlayStation
because
play.
if he puts the ball in, he's going to be the one who's having to go in the next net. Smart play,
Wonderful what he's done with those two raids that were
definitely smart
against each
play,
other.
but definitely negative play at the same time. So,
Break
but it's
of
an important
52.
match, so he doesn't want to be giving Dave any sort of chances.
That break is building up.
Well, this is what he wants Dave to keep doing, having a go at things. Dave has had a go at it.
He's really
Constantly in the game.
on the ascendance right now.
So once again, very chancy type of shot.
He's trying by all means to stay on the reds. Excellently done.
But he's on the blue.
That break moves to 59.
Stretches lead even further.
Generally very accurate with his long shots.
60.
These are routine shots to him. Excellently done. Comes back with the red, with the black, and he's going to set himself up for this red on the cushion.
A very different type of match taking place on the feature table number 1 compared to what is taking place here.
Moves on to 63.
Very key affair on the other table.
8.
See
That's 64 for him.
lots of attacking play, barrage of breaks.
My scoring team is lagging behind on updating the break. Oh no, that wasn't part of the script at all.
Fakhrie 68.
Remember, I said it earlier on. These pockets are unforgiving. They punish anyone. You just need to make sure.
Feature table, Fakhrie get
But he moves on,
1 lead.
takes a healthy 3-1 lead.
Very, very positive and looking very good for table as we see Dave Mercer
He's looking poised there.
the rest.
So that ended up as a 68 break.
He's going to come right. There's pressure out there, what it is.
Fahmy needs to definitely make sure that he gets his act together. He doesn't walk into obvious traps.
Could see a very interesting shot here by Dave, punching the red.
Just an update on the other match that's happening, that's running concurrently to this one.
Not an easy one.
Ricky Trigoning leading 2 frames to nil. In terms of points, he's leading 45 to 12.
Difficult one to choose. Many things can go wrong.
Excellent job being done by Drikic after, the referee for this game.
Shot. Just leave the ball near the cushion.
The marker, who happens to be
Ricky in the
the
position.
timekeeper and updating scores, is
Opening balls.
Kubas Karstein.
Ricky also very keen.
The head ref is Andy Toy.
Doesn't want to be opening up balls. So he's probably going to try and play this shot over here.
Fakhrie
Open ball.
Exciting matches to look forward to.
The ball, the object ball near the cushion.
We still have exciting matches to look forward to. Our next session is 11:45, where Charles Young is going to play
If that red
a young man from Durban, Gierdien Nobben, and Rafik is going to battle out with Torik Samsodian.
again, also Dave,
Rafik staging one of the biggest comebacks
also
in the tournament, coming from 4-0 down to win 5-4
in such a way.
against one of South Africa's finest,
foul 6.
Awful shot.
one of South Africa's arguably talented snooker players, Kiyash and Mudley. He strikes the ball with so much ease.
Like he should be taking it.
I'm not a snooker player myself, but when I watch him play, he makes me feel like I can do whatever he's doing. That's how good he is.
You will be annoyed with that.
So Fakhrie gets us
You will be
underway.
annoyed with that. He's lifted the red off the ball cushion as well. And he's left the red
He is
all
going to
over
be
the cushion.
relaxed and
So
flexing, seeing that he's 3-0. I mean, he's 3-1 up.
if that black
That
pots,
lifts the pressure off his shoulders.
they will be delighted. But black definitely pots, as you can see. Trying to play a shot to develop the red in the cushion. Hasn't done so. And has a good opportunity to play a good safety shot here. Has spotted a weakness in Ricky. His abilities to come out with slippers. Not as good today as it is other days. 25 points in it, not a lot. And Ricky is in a snooker, which means under this situation here, he's going to have to hit the ball. Doesn't look likely that he's going to hit that ball. Missed it. Not sure what Dave is going to do here, but probably have it replaced.
Fakhrie obviously under pressure to perform well,
And
as he's one of the tournament's favorites. And he happens to be writing exams as well, so I'm aware that he was writing exams this last couple of days. So obviously juggling the exams and such a tournament can be easy on anyone, on any individual. You need to have your mind right when you playing in such an event.
might bring the other side of the table now. Trying his luck on this side of the table. Missed it again. Oh, he's got it. Got it. He's left Dave an opportunity here. And this is a fairly good one though. Well, Dave not putting that ball in. It's left Ricky a chance at both reds really. So not even close. Not even close. The element of good fortune there could have been much worse. So
One.
early on in this match here, Ricky is having the better of the kisses in the ball run. And he used to open up. Not giving Dave anything.
Fine potting there from Fakhrie.
Dave
Fahmy would have to do a lot to come back into this game.
off.
7.
But he's not a pushover of a player as well, so when he gets his opportunities,
Not sure whether he's named that wrong,
he will definitely have to
but
make them count.
he had no business to play that ball as soft
But
as
we
he
can
did.
see the approach of the approach to the table from Fakhrie,
13.
the ball selection.
Ricky would definitely be happy with this.
I think he left himself
Not been a great performance.
stuck in some
Clean,
traffic
fair,
there.
both players playing very safety orientated game.
That's the best that could have
Maybe
done.
there's massive respect for each other
Fakhrie 13.
as well as
Very
the
good
others.
safety play to leave the black in a good position so that if Fahmy doesn't pot a red, then he'll come back to pot a red and then go for the black. Fakhrie leads 25 to 0.
Alright, Brown Dave. Snooker.
See, this is what I was talking about earlier on. He actually positioned that black for himself. Well worked out.
They've purposely
Eight.
playing that as a safety shot.
An ideal opportunity for Fakhrie to run. Okay, I don't know what got into him. Excitement, maybe. Um,
Eight.
he had the ideal opportunity to run with this. He leaves the table nice and open for Fahmy
Gets
to
his sitter.
get a couple of points on the board as well.
Right, it's 3-0 up. For Dave Disgusted. Up. Dave can't be happy with proceedings. Ricky will be delighted that he's 3-0 up.
Safety.
Toilet break.
That didn't really work out there. If anything, Fahmy really needs to have some positive play and just attack. He's 3-1 down. He's playing a player of Fakhrie's nature or caliber, who's gonna catch him the moment that he gives anything away. He's gonna get caught. In the first match that he played against JJ, he was very attacking. He didn't leave anything to chance. But maybe now it boils down to a matter of respecting the opponent too much. You see, you can't be missing shots that are like that. This is called taking care of basics. These are basics that everyone should take care of. He's gonna get caught and he's gonna regret all these missed chances.
Ricky not spreading to the red
In the
flag
previous frame,
on that breakout shot.
the one red that rattled the pocket
He's caging a
ended
coach.
up making Fakhrie go all the way.
Dave taking the first opportunity to step to the
That
red.
was close there for Fakhrie, almost
Want to be the aggressor now.
dropping the pink.
And normally we've seen this in various matches. The player that starts becoming the aggressor starts making a lot more mistakes. Ricky not playing the type of game that is
All right.
Foul. Hold. Release.
That's mine.
Ricky not playing the game that's we know him to play, which is all attack. Trying to play the game very sensible, trying to protect his lead, trying to wait for mistakes from Dave. Pretty sure they will come thick and fast.
Second time lucky there from Fahmy. He gets an opportunity to
Mistake by Dave.
put one ball, at least he'll have to take it one ball at a time.
He's not taking advantage of the opportunity, playing a really, really bad positional shot there.
See Fakhrie eyeing the middle pocket for that red, but he also has to think what he's going to do with the white after that, and he goes for it.
Well, once again, we in the commentary booth again, as commentary man.
It was always going to be a difficult shot from that angle, but he went for it. Fahmy gets a lifeline and an opportunity to put points on the board. Current scores frame-wise 3-1, and points is 37-1. He's got the pink on the pocket that he can play, and he's gonna go for that. No other way.
Position here, red's well spread. Able to keep control of this cue ball. Could make a sizable break here. Keeps everything really simple.
Fahmy has to make this count. He's fully aware that a miss here would bring back Fakhrie to the table, and he would clean this table out. The same pocket that's been denying him denies him again. He hasn't mastered how tight these pockets are. Bringing Fakhrie back to the table with reds that are nicely placed. He's not gonna waste this chance. The body language says it all. His tail is up. Not very ideal, but I think he still has a good angle of that bottom right corner pocket. Slides it in. Now for the black.
23 break there by Ricky.
He's definitely going to be unassailable just now.
Just was not keeping control of the cue ball.
Okay, he suffers from the same fate.
He needs to keep control of the cue ball. I cannot stress this.
Suffers the same fate of the red rattling the corner pockets.
You can see Ricky in that break of 23 being a person that making sure that
Fahmy has to make this count.
obviously you have to be for a show of the pot, but you can't keep on putting yourself in difficult positions. So he's putting himself
That
in
pocket
difficult
is
positions,
definitely cursed for him.
and
There's already a
2, 3
voodoo for him in that pocket.
to score.
It has made him lose out in so many points.
He's probably sitting in his chair thinking, how did I have so many great
And
chances?
Fahmy is grateful for
Only been able to score
what's been presented to him in a silver platter. It's been presented to him in a silver platter. This is slowly becoming a one-sided affair. I honestly expected more from this match. I thought it was going to be a big tussle. With the way things are going right now, it's becoming one-sided.
11.
Dave is in prime position, but blue off the spot, black off the
Foul.
spot. Black certainly not in a potable position now. So
Fakhrie on 64.
he's going to have to try and make it by bringing the blue to the spot and the pink.
He goes to 70.
18.
This definitely means he's taking frame number 4.
19.
Move to 71. He's going to sit on that blue. Moves over to 76. Folks, I know that the scores on the screen have not changed, but we're on 76. He's on a 24 break.
25.
This moves him to 25 break and 77 points. Definitely firing from all cylinders now. Moves him to 82
Dave's spotting game has definitely deserted him.
on a 30 break.
41.
Those should be very, very
83.
side for Ricky.
Pushes the green down to set himself up for the red down the cushion to the bottom right corner pocket. 86 points.
Unfortunate there.
Break of 34.
He didn't want to really open the black.
I would say that's the most difficult pocket in their match.
Opened it,
It moves him to
bounced back, ricocheted.
4-0 in terms of frames. 4-1, sorry folks, 4-1 in terms of frames. That break ended on a 34. Just taking a short break whilst the ref is raking.
Just to quickly update you, Fakhrie Gierdien has taken a 4-1 lead, making a barrage of breaks. I wish we would see some breaks on this table. Quite obviously, very, very cagey affair. Dave Lomez is 3-0 now. Score has disappeared from the bottom of our screen, but we have full view of the scoreboard. I cannot understand what Dave was attempting to do. He's obviously felt that he's had a few shots where the ball has rolled off. If that's the case, why does he keep continuously playing slow? After that, he needs to stop playing the way he scores.
Fakhrie leads 4-1.
Hitting the
Fakhrie
balls
to break.
long front. Not a classic quarterfinal by any stretch of the imagination. Ricky is doing the minimum that he should be doing.
Fahmy gets us underway in frame number 6
Concentrating on making
of this match.
and not interested in
Fakhrie leads 4-1
making any big breaks.
in a race to 5 format,
All he's doing is
or best of 9.
one ball to the next ball to the
So all that he needs is one single frame,
which for him
and
is good.
he's through to the next round.
It's exciting. And
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, that the winner of this Gold Reef City Championship
shot as you can get.
pockets a whopping 15,000 rand.
Look a background myself
The runner-up gets 10,000 rand.
is not
It's a total prize fund of 105,000 rand divided amongst all 32 players. So just qualifying for this championship, you do earn something out of it.
and it's not like he can't control all he can.
I'd like to apologize for the scores that are not on the screen anymore. Our technical team is busy working on it.
The moment that he attempts any sort of positional shot,
Fortunately, we do have the
he's missing the pot. Now, for Dave's sake,
we do have the screen
have to.
in sight, and we can see exactly what's happening.
If he does not take advantage of this opportunity, I think that it's safe to say
One.
I don't know what has happened there. I know the rest of the Dave has made a foul. Well, definitely it's not happening for Dave.
It's honestly been a fine display from Fakhrie Gierdien,
But once again,
and one would say he's deserving to go through to the next round.
yeah,
If anything is to go by.
scores on the scoreboard on the
Very
stream.
good.
So
I've been rest assured by the technical team that the scores will be back on the screen soon.
please bear with us. We do apologize. The scores are now back on the screen. We are obviously this is the first time it's been attempted. All new technology to us. We are working on it. Ricky had an excellent opportunity after Dave made a foul, the blue, to definitely, in my opinion, go for an up. Well, he didn't take the opportunity, and
One.
still here. And I mean, I think if Dave played strokes like he just played now, potted that way, nice firm strokes, confident strokes. I think he's potted that deserves it. He's going to come back.
Unfortunately, Fahmy hasn't showed up in this quarterfinal.
Three.
Definitely.
I'm going to be brutally honest about that. Having watched the other matches that he played, I expected a bit more, and I'm sure you viewers did as well.
Definitely in it.
But the stage is high, and a lot being at stake, people tend to lose it.
Nine.
Nice spread there by Fakhrie of the Reds. He definitely is on cruise mode.
It's putting himself in a
It's gonna be hard to stop him when he's playing like this. He's got the red, it's nicely deposited in that middle pocket.
problem with this is
He's got the blue in sight.
see, this is where I have the confusion. I mean, that's the shot on the pink where he should have been playing the pink.
He's got a lot of choices
Like he's been doing
with the Reds here.
the entire match. Not concerned with the cue ball, but that pink is the one that he was concerned with the cue ball, considering he could not get up in the red. You know, so good safety shot. Very good safety shot.
Fakhrie 15.
Dave comes on a free.
Pro snooker has indeed taken snooker to another level
Still leaves him
in South Africa.
for Ricky. Spotted it. Mighty relieved that he spotted it in. Where is this cue ball going?
Lifeline there for Fahmy to
No bravado.
give him a chance to
Just rolling this ball
put some points on the board.
to leave Dave leading snookers yet again.
Is he rattled? Is he feeling out of it? These are pots that he's been making with so much ease in the past frames.
Ricky has a commanding lead.
He can't afford to give
This has been the
Fakhrie so many opportunities.
Dave definitely has not showed up in this match. Not getting,
He has the pink in sight.
not getting chances.
The only thing that stands between the pink and the pocket is his ability to cue. And his ability is obviously immaculate.
Big element of luck there.
the red to the center. He'll set himself up.
He will not give up his frame, definitely not. We were encouraged at, from frame number 2. He was needing 5 sneakers, got the 5 sneakers. Frame he should have won after getting
Play
some
with the
more
blue
hard
there.
work. Didn't happen.
That should allow him to go back. The positional play is
For
too good. It's too good to be true.
trying to lay the sneaker behind the black. He definitely seems disgusted.
Okay, it seems to have overrun that a bit. I'm not too sure from where I am if the black is clear on that for him. It seems it is.
He would have done Ricky a huge favor
Wonderful.
by David Anderson out. So Ricky's safety was exact.
He's on a 21 break at the moment. Clearly moving to 22.
He's going to be for the line.
He's going to make full use of the black to go for maximum points.
See that? For the lap. Take a quick break and continue.
He's going to make sure he wants to wrap this up as early as possible. He moves to a 29 break. The reds are nicely placed for him. I don't think Fahmy has got anyone to blame here but himself for not pitching up for this quarterfinal. With that being said, he moves to a 36 break. He's got a simple red to that bottom left corner pocket, which will leave him in a good position for the black again. It's highly entertaining us. He's not doing anything fancy, but he's just doing the basics and making the best of what's on the table. Excellent pot by Fakhrie there. He's got the pink down to that bottom right corner pocket. Half a century of a break to 51. He hasn't had a very high break, and you'd be thinking this is an ideal opportunity for me to do so. So he's going to play around with the pink and the black for high points. That pink takes excellently done. This is a delight to watch, ladies and gentlemen. Our scoring system seems to have frozen or something. They haven't been updating. I can tell you that the scores on both screens are not correct. It's a pity I didn't follow up with them initially. But we are being set up for a high break here. I will keep you updated as soon as I know what's going on. There we go. Sweetly done. What a flamboyant doubling of that red to leave him in good position for the blue. So all reds gone. With all the reds gone, he's on.
the other table, Fakhrie,
He's going to the yellow.
Fakhrie Jassiem,
I don't think
4 frames to 1.
Fahmy doesn't have to stand up from his table again. The only time that he's standing up is to shake hands of his opponent.
And looks poised to clear this table up.
He's on a high break of 73 right now. He's in unstoppable mode right now.
Fakhrie has
He's
moved his position
definitely
in
heading
the semi-finals.
He's definitely cemented his place in the Gold Reef City Pro Snooker
Unfortunately,
Championship.
1 points on the bottom
Definitely last four.
table for him to make a century break. But it's going to be a 90 plus break if he clears the table.
Yeah, he would have definitely made a, a century break if there was enough balls on this table. Oh no, not really, eh? It goes up to an 84 break, the highest break that he's done on this match, and probably the highest break that he's done in this tournament so far. So you'll be looking at building at that. With that being said, congratulations to Fakhrie, Gierdien, the Fireball, making it to the last four. I don't think it's a surprise. He's number 3 seed. He defeated Fahmy, Jassiem from Cape Town, and the last frame dismantled him in style, 109 to 0. So folks, we'll catch you at 11:45. 11:45, let me just confirm who is playing at 11:45. It's Shal Yong versus Gierdien Nobben. Not too sure which match I'm going to be doing commentary on. It's either myself or Cuban Motley. And then the other table will have,
Up and running. Ricky Chagoni is taking a 4-0 lead.
the other table is going to have Rafik Lambada and Torik Samsodian. So join us again at 11:45.
Performing.
My name is Alison Sibanda, and I will speak to you later.
Don't know what more he can do. He's certainly trying. It's not happening for him. I think Dave should have settled down by now, and it's not to be.